Hello, and welcome to this month's Spin's PI Studio Attribute Spotlight for two of our newest attributes, mineral and chemical sunscreens. Spin's PI has created two roll-up attributes that highlight the two classes of sunscreen, mineral and chemical. Both types of sunscreen protect your skin from harmful UVA and UVB rays, but they do this in different ways. Mineral sunscreen sits on top of the skin, creating a reflective layer that blocks UV rays from being absorbed by your skin. Mineral sunscreen contains one or both of the active ingredients titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which block the UV light. These products typically leave a white film on your skin and don't absorb into your skin. Chemical sunscreen achieves the same goal, preventing sun damage, but by doing the exact opposite, absorbing UV rays. Chemical sunscreens act like lotion, and once absorbed into your skin, the active ingredients soak up the UVA and UVB rays that would otherwise result in sunburns and increase the likelihood of skin cancer. Chemical sunscreen can contain from 1 to 6 of the active ingredients you see on screen, but oxybenzone and octinoxate have been found to be incredibly harmful to the environment. As a result, although these two types of sunscreen products seem very similar, these chemicals behave very differently once they've washed off and entered the waterways. Everyone needs sunscreen. If you're on the beach, on a hike, or outside at all, it is critical to protect your skin from the sun. But in recent years, we have learned more about the impacts that sunscreen can have on our environment. These attributes were designed to highlight the sustainability factor and environmental impact of different types of sunscreen. It is important to understand how each type interacts with our ecosystems. When you apply sunscreen to your skin and then go swimming in a lake or ocean or even rinsing it off in the shower, it eventually enters our waterways. All sunscreen impact the environment as they contain man-made chemicals that are foreign to natural systems, but chemical sunscreen causes significantly more damage to these systems. As mentioned previously, because of how harmful they are to the environment, particularly coral reefs, chemicals like oxybenzone and octinoxate are now banned in the state of Hawaii. As few as 3 drops of oxybenzone mixed into an Olympic-sized swimming pool can damage coral larvae. Chemical sunscreens are more harmful than mineral sunscreens and have been proven to cause a number of negative side effects, especially to ocean ecosystems. These chemicals can impair the growth and photosynthesis of algae, accumulate in the tissue of coral and cause coral bleaching, damage to DNA, and deform and kill young coral organisms. And most importantly, these chemicals bioaccumulate in the tissue of larger ocean and aquatic animals such as dolphins and sharks, whales, that all consume smaller organisms, meaning they do not dissipate or dilute once in these systems. They move up the food chain and into the fish that humans can consume. Our oceans and coral reefs are some of the most sensitive and valuable resources on the planet. Reefs contain up to 25% of the ocean's marine life with an estimated 4,000 species of fish. These marine ecosystems provide billions of dollars of economic value from environmental protection, food, and tourism, and they are being decimated by climate change. While we all need sunscreen, the additional harmful chemicals by direct input from human activity is that much more critical to avoid. When we look at the data, it's clear that shoppers are starting to move away from the worst of chemical sunscreens and that sustainable attributes are going to start to drive growth. On the left, we're taking a high-level look at the new Spins attribute called Ingredient Mineral Sunscreen and how it's impacting the two groups of products, sunscreen lotion and cream, as well as sunscreen sprays. While we're not seeing the absence of chemical sunscreen agents making a major impact in sunscreen lotions and creams, we are seeing it have a major impact on sunscreen sprays, with 9.4% growth as compared to negative 9% growth for sunscreen sprays that do contain chemical sunscreen agents. On our top right, we're taking a look at the chemical sunscreen agents that are often targeted as being the most damaging to the environment, octinoxate and oxybenzone. By filtering on products that contain these ingredients, we see some striking declines, negative 39.7% growth for octinoxate and negative 26.6% growth for oxybenzone, suggesting that both shoppers and brands are responding to the calls for more sustainable sunscreen products. On the bottom right, we have a few other Spin sustainability attributes to help us tell how sunscreens are promoting sustainability in other ways. By taking a look at the labeled organic attribute, we see sunscreens leveraging 70% more organic ingredients resonating, as well as sunscreens leveraging vegan, cruelty-free practices, both of which being great ways to reinforce sustainability ideals for shoppers. To close, we want to highlight 3 main takeaways. Everyone needs sunscreen. If you're outside, it's important to protect your skin, but the type of sunscreen you choose matters. Read the ingredient labels and look for products that use titanium dioxide and zinc oxide instead of oxybenzone and octinoxate, along with the other chemicals in chemical sunscreen. Our oceans and coral reefs are sensitive and vital components to a healthy planet. They are actively being impacted by climate change. To combat this and support more sustainable alternatives, sunscreens with oxybenzone and octinoxate are seeing bans. Consumer decisions matter. Some of the largest growth drivers in the sunscreen space are based on sustainable and natural attributes. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this presentation, and please reach out to us at growth@spins.com with any questions.